Yo! Can somebody please explain to me what is happening here? Bruh, I am so confused as to what to make of this Buffalo Bills team. Are they the best team in the AFC? Or are they a pretender? I don't know what to make of them. Oh my God. They go up against Seattle today, and they beat them 44-34. Josh Allen, over 400 yards passing and 4 total touchdowns. I mean, give the man his respect. I honestly believe like this guy has arrived. It's time to give him his respect. He's arrived. Give the man his props. He may not always play the best game, but if he could have more games like this, not exactly 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, but somewhere around that, bro, you got to give the dude his respect. I do not know what to make of the Buffalo Bills because they'll go up against a good team and beat them, but then when it gets to prime time, they disappear. The Bills might be the best AFC team when they're not playing in prime time because this doesn't make sense how you can be so good at a 1 p.m. game, but then you have a primetime game, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, and all of a sudden, the Bills' offense is nowhere to be found. Josh Allen can't move the ball, and the defense is giving up big plays. What do I make of the Buffalo Bills? I don't know. They're definitely a tough team, but I don't know what to make of them. That game, man. Woo! That game. I was sitting here watching that game, my game with the Ravens and the Colts, and then that Kansas City. That game, we gonna get on that next. But like, I was watching these 3 games, and I'm sitting there, out of the 3, this one specifically spoke to me. And I was like, looking at this like, how are they this good, but when they get to prime time, they disappear? This don't make sense. A team should not be this good going up against a good team. Granted, Seattle does not have a good defense. We know that. Seattle is a bad defense. We already know that. But still, how could they be going up against a team like this that's over 500 and they cook them? They cooked them. They cooked that Seattle defense. And this man, Josh Allen, was just launching that. I mean, he was throwing bombs. He was crushing that Seattle defense. Buffalo, I don't know what to make of you. Bills fans, you got to explain this to me. I need you guys to talk to me and explain what is going on with your team. Because if they play like this more consistently, they may be the best team in the AFC. But at the same time, when they get to prime time, they disappear. Like, what's going on? Can they not handle the big stage or what? Because in playoff games, that is going to be the big stage. Whether it's a night game or an evening, whenever that you play, it's a big game and it's on prime time. So if the Bills aren't prepared to play on primetime, that's not going to be good. And if Josh Allen is not ready on primetime, don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to make of the Buffalo Bills. I'm looking at them destroy the Seattle defense and Josh Allen doing whatever he wants to them. And I'm thinking, like, why can't y'all do it on primetime, though? Like, I'm so confused. The Bills would be a legit Super Bowl contender if only they can win in primetime. That's all they're missing. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of it. Congrats to the Bills. You took care of Seattle, a good team. Josh Allen looked like a monster, completely dominated that defense. And yeah, you guys, you're looking good, man. You guys are a serious threat. There's so many big threats in the AFC that honestly, you're not exactly 100% sure who's going to win. So it's going to be an exciting playoff race this time. I can't wait to see the teams get to the playoffs and just duke it out. It should be interesting. As for Seattle, guys, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. So Russell Wilson can't have an off game? He can't have an off game and just rely on his defense to kind of just do their job? Think about this. They had an off game, but they still got 34 points. Russell Wilson today threw 2 interceptions. 2. I believe one was at the goal line where he threw that pick. He threw 2 interceptions, had 2 touchdowns, but threw 2 interceptions. The team as a whole put up 34 points, and the defense you just can't do anything with that. So basically, if Russell Wilson does not come out here, throw 4 touchdowns and no interceptions, you guys can't win that game. I understand Buffalo's got a lot of weapons, and Josh Allen's a monster. But can this Seattle defense do Russell Wilson any favors? And please, 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 please help this man. I mean, this is the main reason why I look at Seattle and said I don't believe they can get to the Super Bowl. Because unless Russell Wilson plays a flawless game, they're not winning. If he turns the ball over once, they're in trouble. He turns the ball over once, it's over. They're most likely losing that game. Because the Seattle defense cannot make any stops. 44 points? 44? Are you kidding me? Seattle. This is why I can't pick them. I love Russell Wilson. I think this is a game that might hurt his MVP chances because Josh Allen's another candidate in the MVP race. So, not good to see you lose to guys that you're supposed to be competing for the MVP. You know, you face off against Kyle Murray, who's been thrusted into the MVP race, and he beats you and outplays you. And now Josh Allen, another guy who's in the MVP race, he beats you and he outplays you. I don't know what to say, Russ. I mean, I still think you're the favorite to win the MVP, but when you're going up against other MVP candidates, they're outplaying you and they're crushing your team. It's not like Kyle Murray crushed the Seahawks. It was a close game, but he outplayed Russell Wilson. That's the point. So I'm just sitting there thinking like, Russ, I don't know if you can get this MVP because if you keep going up against other candidates like this and they outplay you, people are going to be looking at them and saying they deserve the MVP over Russ because they went head-to-head against you and won. I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of Seattle either. These two teams are so confusing to me. Buffalo just needs to get it together on primetime. If they can play the same way on primetime, I think they could honestly be the best team in the AFC. Granted, we know the Chiefs are still there, and we know what Pittsburgh brings to the table, but Buffalo could really be in that mix. They just got to play this way on primetime. Bring the same energy and the same performance in big games, and trust me, Buffalo will be a legit contender. Right now, I still think they deserve to be in that conversation to be a contender, but we just don't know. They're not winning on primetime. And if you can't win on primetime, can you really be considered a Super Bowl contender? If you don't win these big games like that, how can we consider you that? Because every game in the postseason is a primetime game. And if you shrink during that moment, it's going to hurt. So Buffalo, figure that out. Once you figure it out, legit Super Bowl contenders. As for Seattle, that defense is going to hold you back in the NFC. It's going to hold you back hard, and it's going to cost you another playoff run. I'm telling you. Russell Wilson's not going to go in the postseason and not make a mistake. It's just not going to happen. You can't expect him and the offense to play flawless football and be able to cover you guys. If you cannot make stops, you're not winning in the postseason. Trust me. If they try this with Green Bay or New Orleans or Tampa Bay, they're dead. They're done. A 2-turnover game for Russell Wilson, that's game over for the Seahawks. So they got to figure this out. Anyway, great win by the Bills. Awful defensive performance by the Seahawks. And yeah, just two great teams going at it. This looked like the game of the week, and it played like the game of the week. Though we cannot give it the game of the week until we see what happens on Sunday Night Football. Because Saints, Bucks, Brady versus Breeze, it's all about that. So we got to see what's going on tonight. Anyway, that's all I got, and I'm out of here. Peace.